I saw him doing that shit yesterday at my shit. I was like, oh boy, he gonna be in bed tonight with them hips screaming.
I had a little scare. Okay, right there, right there. So this is the first time I'm doing a seven plates in a long time.
Oh my God.
Have you seen Iain Valliere, how jacked he is?
Yeah, he looks
Yeah,
great.
he
Yeah,
wants to
damn.
make he's making a comeback. So
That's it.
that's a good thing to talk about. So we were just talking about Milos's
Hack
um,
squats.
Yeah.
yeah, about him with the hip replacement and with the not 100% knees, and he loves the hack squat. I know he's been praising that machine for quite some time now, saying this is the best hack squat slash squat machine.
Heck press. I
Which,
approve
Leg
you.
press, yeah.
I
yeah.
approve.
So that's the one that's like you're sitting up. There's
Yeah.
nothing on your shoulders.
No, you don't put the it's you're holding it down, you lean on it. But you can see identical, looks like it. It's not even close. It goes on your knees, it goes on your hip or on the lower back. This is like smooth. My knee is screwed up big time, big time. And then I had the spine issue. I don't even feel it. But knee,
So
zero
can
pain.
you get a full range of motion on that?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you sit up on it or do you scooch down a little bit?
Yeah, I sit up. Yes, I sit up a little bit and just like position myself so I'm stable.
Carter, see if you can pull up Milos's Instagram. He has a video on his page from yesterday.
Look at the superstar.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
tried it this weekend.
let's do a play by play. Let's
Play by play.
let's knock him for his execution.
I want
Yeah.
to see it.
Oh,
Okay.
I saw him doing that shit yesterday at my shit. I was like, oh boy, he gonna be in bed tonight with them hips screaming.
I had a little scare. Okay, right there, right there. So this is the first time I'm doing a seven plates in a long time.
Oh my God.
And I was super scared. Okay. Super scared. You know, when you're not sure.
Yeah.
So you want to kind of go all the way down, but then again, hip. It shouldn't go super low, so this is decent. It's not too deep. After I take two plates off, I was going deeper.
Do
Yeah.
you have your feet a little higher on the platform?
It's right in the middle. I have a
Okay.
yeah big feet, so it might look no I put it down so it's on quads.
And that's the new tech one?
Yeah, new tech is super smooth. I'm telling you, uh, you can feel the weight.
So I was at Derek's gym this past weekend down in
Okay.
Tampa,
Huh?
and they had like three of them.
Yeah, the best
And
machine ever.
I had to like scooch my butt down in order to get a full range of motion.
Well, it's not really made for 5 feet two, you know.
And I tried their other
Thanks,
hack
Carter.
squat. It is the heaviest hack squat I've ever used in my life.
Which
Which
one?
one?
It's like the real hack squat
Yeah.
with no weight on it. It felt like there was three plates on each side.
I hear you. Yeah. Especially for us that had a hip replacement surgery. Yeah. Yeah, you see, the thing is, I heard so many horror stories that, people had a, hip pop out, and then there is the trouble. So when you're going down and you have that envision, okay, maybe it's just gonna pop, then you kind of back off. And I didn't go like super ass to the grass, long range of motion, but that was decent.
Oh, that was plenty.
That was fun. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I want to get in good shape. I really do. You know. Uh, so instead of 250 tests a week, now I'm doing every 5 days.
Huh.
Oh, so you up the dose a little
I
bit.
up the dosage a little bit. Yeah. And did I say that I throw in 50 milligrams of Deca? Well,
Okay.
just for joints a little bit.
Do you feel better doing that every
Yeah,
5 days?
yeah. I
You
mean,
don't get like a lull.
I just started. The truth is, you know how back in the day when you take anything, you feel it. and now you're taking it and you don't really feel it. Not because it's not working, but it's just like you're goddamn weak and old. Oh, man, this is how it is.
Yeah. Just you just reminded me that I'm 2 weeks behind again.
Yeah, you forgot.
Yeah.
That's why I had it every time on podcast day.
But if you do it every 5 days and then you forget two
Yeah,
times.
now I'm gonna have to do more often.
Yeah, no.
How often do you get it checked?
What's
Blood,
that?
your test levels.
Twice a year. I was just in Serbia, so I did it. So of course my free testosterone is high. My total testosterone is high. My estradiol is perfect. My lipids are perfect. My glucose is perfect. My triglycerides are perfect. When I say lipids, my cholesterol is a little elevated, but that's hereditary. Mother, father, sister, everybody, right? And yeah, that's all good. Blood pressure, I have it here. I can measure it. Dennis, you have it. I probably got exactly the same one. 110 over 70. I feel
Wow.
everything's good.
That's good. I think losing weight helps. Did you ever check your blood pressure when you were heavy?
Yeah, I never had it, really.
Yeah.
Never had it.
You never had high blood pressure? Okay.
Never. Yeah.
Mine was
Yeah.
better when I was competing than it is now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm not actually on blood pressure
Well, yeah,
meds
when
now.
you were dieted down, you're probably because you have less water retention. But in off season, you had better blood pressure back then in off season than now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
I would
And you
hit
still
250 and it was still better than it is now. I'm only 215.
oh well, 215 is still big for you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
I'm
definitely
99
overweight.
kilos. 99.
Yeah.
First time in
Yeah,
38.
we almost the same weight as you, and I feel like I'm a foot taller.
You look it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say what I didn't see before last night. Somehow, 1993, Arnold Classic pops on YouTube, and then I see they have a Arnold Sports Festival, the whole YouTube channel, and then they have a shitload of those videos that I didn't realize, and there was many of you.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta check it out. Which ones?
It's Arnold Festival YouTube channel. And they have probably 80, 90 videos. So
Awesome.
everything is there. Everything is there. I've seen you a couple of times.
Nice. I want to check it out.
And they've seen 93 Flex Wheeler. How much did he weigh?
218.
217.
Okay, so that's how we remember, right? And Arnold asked him in the interview, he says 227.
He's lying.
And then he said something about the waist being something absolutely ridiculous, impossible.
27, 28.
Yes.
I believe it was 27, 28. I believe
So
that.
let's say maybe he says 23 and a half.
That I don't
And
know.
then chest 56. Like, okay, now.
Oh,
No.
no, because Flex himself told me he was 218.
Yeah, I kind of remember too.
That's what I remembered.
Yeah,
217, 218.
yeah.
He
But it's
looked
still, I don't care how
amazing.
much he weighed. I don't care what his waist was. For me,
That was the best. That was
that was
That
absolutely.
was the
that was
single best condition he ever had.
yeah.
I
He
wish
still argues a little bit that he thinks that he was better at the 98 Arnold. He
98.
was for sure much bigger, but I don't know if he was better. Because at the 93 Arnold, Flex literally had striated glutes.
Yeah, like real striated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that picture, that's his best. He said that
That's England, right?
99, yeah. He
I
said
don't believe that.
Ronnie agreed that Flash should have got him that day. Maybe Ronnie was polite.
That was probably the best he looked at that size,
Yeah,
at that weight.
yeah.
But yeah, because he was fully loaded, glycogen storage was to the max, and then the light in England was special.
Yeah.
And
We
Ronnie
all
gave
got
him a
shots from that
Lasix.
stage.
Ronnie gave him a Lasix. That's what he said.
All right.
Yeah, really. So he was fully loaded and then dropped the water and it looked tremendous. God damn. Yeah. Oh well, you guys.
I went to the Universe gym yesterday
Uh-huh.
and trained and I had a workout on the old equipment.
Blue?
No, no, not
No
blue.
more
It was
blue.
yellow or silver.
Are you still in Thailand?
Yeah.
That's the gym you used to train at?
Yeah.
That was my gym. I started Universe Gym. And and I went there and it's total different owners. I don't even know. The owner, I think the owner's from Switzerland somewhere. I didn't meet the owner. I just talked to the girl that was behind the counter. And I was like, you know what? I tell the boss that I appreciate he keep the name alive. He kept the logo and everything. He's selling shirts with the logo on there and everything. And then it still has all the equipment in there at the plates, the thin plates.
Mm.
And yeah, so I got a workout in, and I posted a picture yesterday when my first DVD, my first video I did in 2000. I was training on that machine, and I went on that machine and just kind of did
I
a
saw
couple of
that.
steps. Yeah, yeah. So it was kind of cool. But they have a nice place out there now. I just don't understand why they don't just fucking get all new equipment and make this gym, more special because it's still the old stuff. But here, he's got some newer stuff in there that doesn't work right anymore. The thing that works still is the stuff that we handmade.
Fun?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The stuff that still runs smooth is the stuff we made hand by hand in '94.
Well, you just answered your own question as to why they don't get new machines because the old shit is the
I
best.
know, but the place is so big. There should be more stuff in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get more new stuff. Yeah.
Because right now you see it's not a lot of people there. A couple of old people. Because there's a lot of gyms now here in Pattaya. So, but you gotta. I would, if I was him, I would like throw some new shit in there, get some new tech. You
Yeah.
know,
I tell you.
Was
and
that a
and
hammer strength press you were on?
that's what we copied it off. We made it ourselves.
Look
Oh,
It was
you
like
supposed to
made
be
it.
hammer straight. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a French guy in Pattaya who was a welder, and we got the steel, we got the books, Cypex, hammer strength, I carry in, and we copied all that shit and made the equipment. He came on a pickup truck with the for the chest press. He had the two parts. I got an imaginary chair. I sat there and I held it. I was like, that feels all right. And then
well,
and he took it back and put it together.
Wow.
That's
yeah.
how we did all the equipment, every single machine was self-made, homemade.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like we did
And it's still there today. And it's even the plates. The plates were this thin, like not even, I would say a quarter of an inch thick, right, Milos?
Yeah, those like fucking
But there's 45 pounds,
heavy ass.
55 pounds, you name it. We got this thick. You could put 10 plates on each side easy.
Yeah, but you put those 55s and they look like smaller than 45, 44s, 45s, right? And then it pisses you off
No,
because
they're a little bit bigger, but they have
yeah,
the
bigger
same thickness.
diameter, but
Yeah.
it's thin, yeah. Jose,
Yeah.
Dennis was kind of guy that you can put anything on any pressing machine, shoulders, chest, inclines, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. One plate, two plates, three plates, four plates, five plates. He's going to push it. It is something we've never seen, right? You just put it, okay, poof. Put it more. You're just pushing like crazy. Yesterday, we talked about the guy Cisterino was in the gym, and we just mentioned something. You know how some people, like you can see that pushing power. I said,
Yeah.
that was Dennis. I mean, I'm serious. You could do. I've seen you do five and a half plates on the inclines and shit. And
6 plates, 3 reps was my max.
there you go. There you go.
585.
3 reps. That was my
That's
max.
pretty-
But not on the Smith machine. That was on the
Barbell,
incline
barbell.
bench.
Yeah.
That's
Barbell bench.
wild.
Yesterday I did the Smith machine and I did a plate and a half.
That's all you need.
That's
That's all I
secret
need.
system. Yeah.
That's all I needed, man. But then I was sitting there and I was just looking at the stuff, and then you get, there's a lot of memories, man. I really thought about back in '94 when I opened the gym for February '94. It was literally, Yeah, February in '93, I competed at the Universe for the first time, and I placed fourth, right? And then I was like, I'm gonna win this thing next year, and I'm gonna name the gym Universe Gym. So February '94, I opened the gym, and in October '94, I got second at the Universe. So I had to go back in '95, and I won it in '95. And I remember I was training as soon as we opened it up. Gary Stridham was my training partner for a while. We trained a couple of times. I remember we actually trained a while, and that's when he was still. You remember when he came and make that comeback at the Night of
Yeah,
Champions? I think it was.
yeah.
Well,
I was in
Rio
it.
Pro.
I was in it.
You were in it.
Yeah, I was in it. Yeah.
When was that? Do you remember the year?
96.
Yeah. So that was the year then when he came to train.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You know.
Didn't that give you a pro card? The Universe?
No, that was the Universe is NABA. It's a different. It's like not the IFBB.
I thought it was the World Championships.
No. I was NABA, NABBA, and that is why in '97 I flew to the United States and signed up for NPC and started at the border states.
All
I was already Mr. Universe, but I didn't tell anybody because Rico told me when you come here, because when I walked into Goals, Rico's the one that looked at me, he's like, you know, who are you? Where are you from? And I told him, and I gave him, I said, yeah, man, I competed at NABA. He said, you walk in here, you IFBB, don't even mention NABA. And so I didn't.
Yeah.
So, they somehow hooked me up with John Lindsay's phone number. You remember John Lindsay?
Oh yeah.
So I remember calling him. I was in California when I called him, and he answered the phone. And I said, yeah, my name is Dennis James, and I would like to sign up for the NPC card. He said, where you want me to send your paperwork? Because back then it was all paperwork still.
Yeah.
I said, Thailand? I remember. I'll never forget. He said, what the fuck you doing in Thailand? I said, that's where I live. So he helped me to get my NPC card. And then in '97, the same year, I came back for the Border States, which was my first show. I told the story so many times, I don't want to say it again, huh?
It was $40, right? Back then?
$40.
Yeah.
For what?
I remember that.
For the NPC card.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You never had one?
I did, I'm sure, but I don't remember how much money.
Yeah.
Shit.
$40.
Yeah.
For a year.
Anyway, did you guest post for John Lindsay ever? No,
Me?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. How did he go with his negotiations? Do you remember? No.
I don't remember, to be
I
honest.
thought you might, so maybe you're going to remember because he asked me to do it, and I lived there. So okay. So I didn't want to ask for my regular thing. I was just okay. What are you going to give me? And then he goes, sandwich and a soda. Motherfucker. Yeah. And then I gave him my real price, and then he complained, and we went down. But it's sandwich and a soda. Like, okay, well, I asked for it.
Maybe he was joking.
Of course, he was joking, but negotiations you start from here, and then you go there.
Yeah.
I should just say, hey, that's my fee, and fuck it. Yeah.
What show did you guest pose at?
I would say Excalibur.
I don't remember, but it was a show in, I think it was Culver City. I don't remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no guest posing anymore.
There's not really guest posing anymore. And I'm trying to keep it alive somehow because you don't really see it. I had Samson, I had, Andreas Shaw, I brought Keon last year to Frankfurt, but you don't really see people guest pose no more.
You're keeping it alive. This is good. I think it's going to slowly come out of it because it's not worth for promoter.
But if the guys weren't fucking asking for shit that doesn't make any sense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A promoter can't pay what some of these guys think they're worth. And that's just the problem, I mean, back
What's
then.
a reasonable price, you think? Not for Chris Bumstead, not for Derek Lunsford, but if you had Martin guest pose, what's a reasonable price?
I don't know. I don't know what this
That's
guy is.
Okay. I
No,
used
I don't want to. I don't want to put no. I don't want to throw nobody under the bus.
yeah.
So I don't know what these guys are asking for. I mean, I made a deal with Samson before he won the Olympia.
10
Mm,
grand,
No, before he won the Olympia.
5 grand.
It doesn't matter. Before they won the Olympia, because
But
I thought there's a good chance that because I made a deal with Samson like I had him in April last year, 2025, and I think I made the deal with him in like July 2024. So way ahead of the Olympia and I told him after we done everything, I think, because I believe you win the Olympia, and he did win the Olympia, which was for me, of course,
Yeah, huge.
because now everything changes for people. It's normal because now he has a title that is going to come with higher fees. So I
yeah,
was lucky. I was lucky to have him there for that,
Yeah,
and but
Jose,
there's
back in '90s, right? And I don't know, Dennis, how you were. We were charging about $4,000 to $5,000 plus expenses paid. That would be normal. But I know I was.
but Milos, but then there was everywhere you go, there was sold out fucking crowds. Everybody
Yeah, yeah,
sold
yeah, yeah.
tickets.
Yeah, but that
Today
was
you don't see
four
that.
to five grand. Okay, and you go on the stage, you probably do encore, you come back, you play with the audience, all that shit. Yeah. But I was in Germany, I remember this, and I didn't plan to do the extra stuff that weekend, but that somebody else, hey, you're here already. Why don't you? Tomorrow is my show, and do it like for 2 grand. And I
Yeah,
was gonna accept it because that's 2 extra grand. But then burned by the brick, he says, no, 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 listen, Milos, you have to keep the price for everybody because if you go down here, then somebody else is going to find out, and then that's going to be your ongoing price, and you kill it for everybody else. So
yeah.
I had to pass on it. So I said, okay, I'll be a player for the team. I'm not
But
getting
you make another 4 or 5 grand selling 8x10s back then.
back then. Yeah, shit.
yeah.
Yeah. Ronnie was
Crazy.
making like 30 grand easily on the pictures.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Jay too. Dexter did too. I remember stories like that. They'd leave an expo with 30,000 in a suitcase.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy.
I remember the FIBO, bro. I remember when I came out with my first DVD, which no, not the first one, the one I filmed in 2009 with Alex Adenti.
Yeah.
No, before Back to Basics with Stefan from Austria,
Yeah.
and he brought me boxes of they made it just for the FIBO in time. So I was promoting that I'm going to be able to sell my DVD. So I sold DVDs, man. There was like, I don't know, it was like maybe, I don't know, 50 or 60 in a box. And I was selling boxes and boxes of DVDs at 40 euros a pop, and it was just like I had to call Stefan, bring more, man.
Yeah.
Get more. That was
Yeah,
it was ridiculous. Yeah, back then, yeah. I mean,
those are
for
the times.
for pictures you get 10 euros, but for DVD it was 40.
You
Yeah.
remember when you ordered it, how many you ordered? 500 or 1,000?
He had, I don't know, I don't remember. Shit.
I was ordering 1,000 because it's cheaper. And
Uh-huh.
I basically sold like over 5,000 total. Yeah,
Yeah.
back in day.
Yeah.
But mine
Back
was a
then there was not the internet wasn't like this where shit can be uploaded and everybody can just
yeah,
download it off the internet. Now,
Yeah.
shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you film with Mitsuru?
Also, yeah.
Yeah, we all did with Mitsuru for Olympia, right?
Also,
Yeah,
Mitsuru
that's
is the
it.
one that did my very first video training video. He flew all the way to Thailand for that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey, Jose, have you seen him lately?
no,
I
I
I,
haven't seen him in
I
years.
had him. He was a translator for me in Tokyo, Japan last year on my seminar. Looks identical.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to tell you, he's so
But you probably missed the knee pads,
good.
Yeah.
the ice hockey pads.
He
Yeah,
actually
this,
videotaped
this
my
was a good one.
workout. Yeah. And
Yeah, he came all the way to Thailand to film this first video.
yeah.
I remember, and
We
that
love
was
it.
2000, and that's the video that I posted the clip of.
Okay, which training video has the highest impact in our industry?
Which from who?
Ronnie.
from anybody?
Ronnie.
I said Dorian.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that too.
Dorian,
Dorian's Blood
Ronnie,
and Guts
Jay.
made a lot of impact on me too.
Yeah. Jay had like 4 or 5, maybe more.
Yeah, how many does Ronnie have? Just that one?
Couple.
I had five. I had five.
Yeah.
I had the first one. This is the way I do it. I had Back to Basic 1, Back to Basic 2, Titans, and then the Bodybuilder was my last one.
How about Sean? Lifetime of fit and famous.
Oh, that's funny. Did he have a Lamborghini or something back then?
I
Ferrari?
think I
Yeah,
think he had a friend who had a car shop, and he would borrow him the cars for the videos.
I don't want
Ah,
to.
I don't know if it's true. That's the story I heard.
If I say anything, he's gonna get pissed off at me again. So I'm just
Come on now, like you care.
like, okay. I know it was not his. He just held it for somebody, right? Well, he put his Sean Ray license plate, and he would park right in front of my gym and everything. But supposedly it was not his. But then Jay Cutler contacted me and said, "Yeah, Sean is pissed off because you're talking shit." And he showed me the check that he paid for whatever. I said, "Yeah, I'd like to see that check. If he showed you, I would like to see it." As a matter of fact, Sean, you could post it on Instagram.
how much was it? Do you remember?
I don't know. I did because I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh man.
yeah. Well,
Well,
who
listen,
knew how to play the game?
Yeah.
it's all about awful videos back then.
Yeah. You guys are a little ahead of me. By the time I made a video, it was on YouTube a year later. So
Yeah.
the sales were not great.
Yeah.
I remember one video from Milos. I think it was Battle for the Olympia, one of the years before my time, because I was watching it. And I remember Milos was working out. People don't understand. I watched everything because I had nobody was around me for me to see this guy. So I had to buy the magazines, and I had to get the DVDs or whatever. Back then it was VHS.
Yeah.
And I remember Milos was doing it was copter bleeding workout. And then
Yeah.
he laying on the floor and he said, "Here, see how I'm shaking."
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That
remember everything.
that usually didn't happen, but when you go deep and deep and deep and
Yeah.
zero carbs and all this shit and none of else, it's not really hypoglycemia, but close to it because hypoglycemia gets you like in the panic mode, and you absolutely have to jump and put some sugars right away. But this is
Yeah.
actually like there's nothing there, and they're looking. I was all shaking. Yeah, that was '98 Olympia. I remember.
Yeah, that's more your nervous system than your
Mm.
depletion.
Okay, so
And
speaking of that, like going into this kind of conditioning, I love my condition, but then I probably overdid it. We were watching Samson do the over diet for the Olympia, right? You know, fair assessment is he was ahead of schedule, 6 weeks out, this guest posing, he looked good. And then keep digging a little bit more, and then he didn't look good. I've seen Sam Sulek's pictures yesterday, and that guy is peeled. He cannot be more peeled than that. Do you see it?
No.
Oh
no,
my God, conditioning is Jesus Christ, like slice and dice, onion skin, nothing there anymore. So I just hope he doesn't overdiet.
I wonder how close to his weight limit he is. Maybe he has to do that to make weight.
Oh, that
true,
sucks.
true.
Sucks.
You
It's
know,
true.
that kid
Maybe he has to
Hosima,
make weight.
they probably a bunch of them probably struggle, and that's why they get that peeled.
Yeah, we don't even know what his weight cut is, I mean, his cut off because he might have to make weight. So he might over diet and has no option. That's why people, some of the guys have been talking about that should be going into the open. He might do better in the open if he puts some more size on. Hey, talking about somebody switching from classic to the open. Where's is that? 287 pounds.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's
And
at
he looks great.
287.
He's not
Yeah.
fat.
Super impressive.
Yeah.
This guy cannot get fat. It's impossible for him to get fat. Really.
He's too young to get fat. You know, when you're young, you don't get fat. You can eat and you train and your shit just don't get fat. I remember them times,
Yeah.
you know.
He might
But
have,
287 on him, what does it look like? I mean, he's a tall guy,
yeah. No.
you know. He still looks like he needs to fill out. He's still,
Then
huh?
it's back in the 90s or early 2000s when you say 287
Yeah,
and
you think
it's
he's a mass freak.
fucking
Yeah.
not sell somebody, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
true,
Yeah.
true.
And now it's like everybody steps on the scale and they're there.
Everybody 300 pounds,
How
but
big
not
did
everybody looks like 300.
how big did what's his name? The German guy. How heavy did he get?
Marcus?
Yes.
Marcus was probably, I would say, 140, 145, maybe 150, possibly.
Kilos?
What's that?
Kilos.
340?
Yeah.
340 to 320.
And is he as tall as Urs? Right about the same height?
No, I think Urs is a little taller.
Wow. Yeah, that was a mass freak.
That was absolute uber freak.
Yeah, it's
What
like
year was that?
330. It's like Rami. Rami was 330 in no time. You know?
That 2003, was it 2003 New York Pro?
2002.
2002.
That's one of the most impressive things I've ever seen
Yeah.
in bodybuilding.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that
That
shit
was-
was more impressive in person.
Yeah, I wasn't there. But man, I watch that video every once in a while just to giggle. Like, how is that real?
You know what the funny thing is, Milos? I don't even know if you know. Because before that year, you know, he asked me about the insulin. And if I remember correctly, I gave him the protocol.
Yeah, then it's 2002. I gave him the protocol. He asked me, I gave him.
Well, since we're at that point, I'd like to say you too can unlock your full potential with the cutting edge lineup from High Tech Pharmaceuticals. All you have to do is just follow them on IG and Facebook. Visit High Tech Pharma for a deep dive into their science backed formulas that will power your performance, strength, and also bring you some of the best results.
Fuel your grind with the science of results. High-Tech Pharmaceuticals brings power, performance, and precision to every product. Elevate your fitness. Visit hightechpharma.com today. Backed by science. Built for strength.
Ask him.
Okay. So
So maybe he
I
asked you,
talked to him about-
maybe you told him to ask me, but he did ask me. So for that 2002, I gave him.
I remember, I don't know if I told him to, yeah, well, possible. I don't fucking even remember what I ate yesterday.
No, knowing you, that's exactly what you told him, to call me. And that's
Yeah.
why. Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Hey, you guys, during your time, was Increlex a thing?
No, no.
It wasn't, right?
IGF-1 was, but not Increlex. Okay.
Yeah, but who took IGF-1 back then?
Like, how do you get it?
Pure.
And how would you ship it? Isn't it supposed to be on ice at all times?
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna find mine. Come on. Yeah, I heard from a bunch of people, and then I got it and found it. It was not something common.
But certain
Yeah,
people
no.
could get their hands on it.
Yeah. So
Every once in a while, you'd hear someone like, "Oh, so and so got it." Grow Prep.
Yeah, IGF-1, and that's 1997, right?
Did it work?
You, Alexa, shut up. So every time when I get something new, I put it and then I monitor what's happening. But yeah, it was. I know a few guys. I'm not going to say who used it because back in the time they didn't want me to tell anybody, right? So, but it was here and there. It was, not that much.
Yeah, but isn't it that people just tried it and realized they don't really feel it?
Yeah, yeah. But I never tried Increlex. I don't know much about it.
You
They
know,
were
either,
so good.
but I've been hearing that this is supposed to be the IGF if
Yeah,
you even use it. That's the one you should use. I don't even know who came out with it. I don't know where it came from.
me neither.
All I know is that I think that was a big thing in Kuwait for a while,
Wait. Hmm?
Increlex, and that this guy started blowing up.
I
What do
mean,
you think about that leading to certain diseases
yeah,
that it could increase your likelihood of getting like autoimmune
cancer.
diseases? Or
You can get the cancer. The scare, I mean, back in 90s, the scare is that it causes cancer, tumors, a growth factor. And if you
But
have
wasn't from the IGF?
IGF, yeah, that's why. And even back at the time that we were using like, okay, 4 week cycles, and you have to back off. Stay off for double 8 weeks, and then maybe go back on. Because there was a research like cancer producing, like, oh shit, that's taking a little bit too much risk, right? and
But
still,
isn't that the same? Isn't that the
manufacturers
same with?
still did it.
Isn't that the same with GH though? There's a
Yeah,
if there are tumors, they
yeah,
will grow, and
yeah,
it's basically gasoline on the fire.
yeah,
well,
Because
didn't
I
they
remember,
originally get growth hormone from corpses?
yeah.
From
yeah, that was the
and
human growth hormone. Yeah,
From
yeah,
Russia,
and
I was getting
whatever
it.
disease they had, you were,
Yeah.
yeah.
you
Milos,
know,
did you try that? You tried that too?
Woo!
Milos, Milos was on there. He tried everything.
Hey,
tried
I go
everything.
there. It was super, super cheap, right? I remember, and the guys, and it's European Grand Prix Tour, so I have to travel. I had a 200 miles, right? And travel everywhere. Yeah,
Yeah, that's scary.
yeah,
Wasn't that them bottles that came from Russia?
yeah, exactly. 4 units each. Blue
That's
cap.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
And it's in the Russian language, whatever, Cyrillic. Yeah.
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 Now it
Milos,
became.
you had a birthday. You're 62.
62, 3 days ago.
Oh, you had
Wow.
your, yeah, I forgot. Happy belated birthday. Yeah, you
Yeah,
just
thank
turned
you. Thank you.
62.
I
Yeah.
texted him on his
Did you
birthday.
do something special at least?
Well, listen, this I got to brag a little bit. Hunter Campbell, Kash Patel, and Ali Abdulaziz that took me for dinner.
Oh, okay.
Cash Patel.
Kash Patel, yeah, yeah, he's great.
Did you tell
Yeah,
him to send out the
he's
Epstein?
probably still checking on you.
Yeah,
You know, yeah.
You train him?
yeah, a few times, yes. And his game, let me tell you, 8 exercises back to back to back giant set. First time, and he did it. And he came back for more. I like it. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. He's super.
Hey, breaking news, Samson officially with My Protein.
Hmm.
I
I
guess
never even heard of
was,
that.
yeah, it's a company, I think a British company, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was
They're
Polish.
really, I don't know, Polish, yeah, Polish, even, but they're big in England. That I know. Because they sell a lot of, and you don't never see them anywhere at shows or so, but they're a very, very successful protein company. I heard of them so many times where I know that they're making good money. So for them to jump on Samson, that tells me they want to break into our industry.
Are they in the
And they
States?
also, huh?
Are they in the United States?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that they have the funds to do something big, and I guess that's what's coming now. Not only did they sign Samson, they also signed Mike Sommerfeld.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Oh,
And yeah, but that was a little surprising to a lot of people, and I don't know what's going to come out of this right now because say Peak Performance, which was sponsoring Mike Sommerfeld, they signed a 5-year deal or something. That's what I heard through the grapevine. 5-year deal, and they didn't even know that he's signing a contract with someone else when they're still on a contract. So I don't know what's going on right there. So there's some news in Germany right now. of him basically
Signing
just
with two
signing the
companies?
deal. Huh? So that I don't know the details, but that's what people are saying right now. So I saw him in a picture today with as an athlete at My Protein. So I don't know if it's a.
Oh,
I
you know what it
didn't check
is?
on it.
The
Huh?
5'7" Mike Sommerfeld's with one company. The 5'9" version is with the other.
Yeah, yeah. I guess, I mean, listen, there was the peak performance. They made a statement saying something that they think that this is not fair or blah blah blah. I don't know. I can't really recall exactly what they're saying, but they're basically saying that they still had a contract with him, a 5-year deal or something similar to this. And yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be some legal consequences coming out of this for
Sounds it.
whoever.
He
Yeah.
was posing in the gym yesterday, but I was in between those sets, right? So I got him on the corner of my eye, but I could not finish my workout to go see him. I wish maybe today if he is in the New Tech gym, I'll see
Oh, Mike.
Mike. Yeah,
Yeah.
he
Okay.
was in the middle of a gym, so I should get
Yeah.
attention and go see it. But I didn't want to stop my workout because this is no.
This is more important, right? Them legs, them quads is you got to bring them back.
Jose,
What
how
gym
are
are
you
you
at?
training at?
Right?
Huh?
What gym do you train at?
New Tech.
Mills is a gym whore. He goes he goes to all of them.
Hey, yeah,
But that's the one you're mainly at.
yeah, exactly. And Torture Gym here. Torture Gym is here. I was just because I have this 97 book and I have all kinds of stuff. I want to show you this one. Ever use this?
What is it?
EPO. People.
Never, never. Mills, we have no idea about all this
Where
shit.
the hell you get that shit?
I got it. People that search for it, they find it.
Well, listen, if there's anything out there that people talk
Back in
about
the
that
day, yeah,
supposedly or possibly
yeah,
help you with something, Milos would be on it.
I would be on it. Yeah, not anymore because God, I mean,
No, no, not now. I'm talking about
imagine
back in your
imagine
heydays.
this 7,200 peptides. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I remember Milo said to me one time. He said, I'm my own guinea pig."
Yeah, absolutely. If anything made sense any which way, if it makes sense, it's hypertrophic, burns fat, increased metabolism, blah, 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 thermogenesis, I would use it. I would test
Did you
it.
Okay.
do any work with Balco?
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
good friend.
That's why what's his name wants to train with him so he can get some more information.
Yeah, I bet.
You know what? Milos is probably still on the list. Now, listen, because all the information that you have, all the stuff that you tried, and a lot of times you tried something because you wanted to know if it works, right?
Yeah.
If you have to tell us or tell the world, all bodybuilders out there right now, what product is a waste of fucking money and time that people still use to this day?
Well, first of all, DNP, I scare people from DNP. Don't ever use it. Don't ever think about it. It's suicide mission, and some people killed themselves. That uncalculated that there's really rat poisoning, and it's not something that should be taken. I'm not big on clenbuterol. I know that a lot of people like it as a fat burning agent and cause thermogenesis and all that stuff. It just the feeling you get from it is it's not worth it. I don't know what you guys think about it. For me,
You get anxiety.
yeah, that's another thing that is no. You know how it is, just when we have a list, everything anabolic, and then anything fat burning, and then anything is going to elevate your metabolism or, upper to give you energy and all the shit. I never like those up and downs, like ephedrine kind of thing, because what goes up must come down. You have a great workout and then it crashes you, and then crashes you again and again and again, and then you have to take more. I was there with Sonny Schmidt. We started with 1, 2. Next thing you know, he was popping 5 and 10. So I would never take this. GH, yeah, good GH. Of course, if somebody gives me, I would use it. but if I would have to pay for it, I wouldn't bother. I don't think it's that good, that important. It's not anabolic. It's more anti-catabolic and fat burning. Okay, but as you just mentioned, because it can cause growth of the tumors, it's potentially more dangerous. I don't find anabolic steroids dangerous. I do think, and I said that the anabolic steroids as constructive metabolism drugs, building, not breaking. If used wisely, it can enhance your health. I honestly do.
Yeah.
You know,
What is that drug that it's trend but not trend? 76 milligrams.
yeah,
It's trend. It's parable.
Parabolin. I
Parabola.
think that was the best thing that I've ever used. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
very effective and it worked fast.
and it worked two a week.
But
So
why would you say it's trend, but it's not trend? It's absolutely 100% trend.
No, I meant it wasn't called
it's
trend back
different.
then.
Yes, it was called trenbolone. Yes, trenbolone, hexa. What was it?
Yeah, hex or something.
Yeah,
And
trenbolone. But
it went
trenbolone,
by Parabolin?
that was the brand,
Okay.
From
and the
the
ingredients was
French pharmacy, but that was
Nigma.
yeah, okay, and it was for humans.
Yeah, Nigma.
It's yeah, it's not underground or Mediterranean. It was for humans.
Yeah, because there's the trend acetate, there's the trend enanthate, and then there was this trenbolone hexa. Fuck, it's a long name.
Yeah.
That was made for humans.
I am slow to remember. Yeah.
And that was the only company that really had parabolin, real stuff. And supposedly there's this, but that's also fucking 15 years ago. This Indian company, they also supposedly have the same. In the vials, the same way. I don't know if
Alpha Pharma?
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. But that was 15 years ago.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There was a period of time where I was able to get it for maybe a year or so.
Yeah,
And
they stopped real early.
yeah, it was really effective. I don't know how anyone could take, 700, 1,000 milligrams of Tren a week.
Not possible with the real deal.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
3 amps a week,
76.
max.
3 days a week and you're nuts.
Yeah. The Zambon Vinstrol from Spain, that was the beauty of it. Remember, Dennis? You could do it with the insulin needle,
Yeah.
like non-fat
Really?
milk.
Yeah.
There were the little green bottles.
No, it was a little 1 cc vials.
Yeah, there was orange, white and orange that I remember, but then there was some also with blue. But it's
But no, I thought it was glass and
Yeah.
brown lettuce.
I think it was
Didn't they
orange.
stop making that a long time ago?
Yeah, a long time ago. You can
It used to come in a box with 3 vials in it.
But hey, I'll tell you this, Jose, you didn't hear this, but I said it before. I met Serge Nubret, and Serge Nubret was telling me, things that he was doing. And then among other things, he would do like 1 vial a day for a week, and then 2 vials a day for a week, and then 3 vials, 150 milligrams a day for a week, all the way to the contest, Winstrol, right? And he would use thiomucase injectable. And same 1 a day, 2 a day, 3 a day. That thiomucase injectable, I used it 94 Olympia. I was so stupid ripped, and skin was like fluorescent. When your skin reaches the level that you can see through. I mean, Jesus Christ. So thiomucase, they had a cream, they have a suppositories, and it's mucopolysaccharides, blah, 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 blah. It doesn't do the shit comparing to injectables.
What is it?
Yeah, it's mucopolysaccharides enzyme.
But it's a fat burner?
Yeah, like it would burn like cellulite and all this shit, right? It does. I tell you, the best condition ever, and then I couldn't find it anymore. Why is this not being produced, right? All these underground labs, they're making this, making that. Why don't you make like fucking formabolone aceclane like it used to be?
Yeah, I wonder why they're not continuing with Esiclane or some underground, because that would be fucking Yeah.
Yeah.
For drug dealers, that would be a
Yeah.
big business.
Well, didn't they start making Nolotol
What is
because
it?
there was no Estaclean anymore?
Yeah, they probably did, but it was never the same. I didn't like that.
What is Nolotol?
Yeah, it's not even a steroid. It was just like a bunch of minerals, so whatever formula.
For what?
But it swells your tissue,
Mm.
inflames it.
So Synthol then.
No.
Uh,
It's one of those products that like they use for doing surgeries on babies to enlarge their vessels so it's easier to work with. So they inject it into an area and the whole area swells, just like Ethiclean. Nolotol is the same thing. It's not like an oil filler. It
Oh, so
inflames the area.
it's only temporary.
yeah,
Yeah.
temporarily, yeah. Have you seen Iain Valliere, how jacked he is?
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
great.
He
Yeah,
wants to
damn.
he's making a comeback. So
That's
that's
it.
a good thing to talk about.
Yeah,
We saw what he looked like before he left.
yeah. Super competitive.
How
How old is
how
he?
good?
34? 35?
I think he's a little older than that,
I
but I
don't
don't
think
know
he's
for sure.
much older than Bumstead. I mean,
Uh,
35, I'd say.
I would say
I don't know.
38.
Good question.
Is he that
Wait,
old? 30?
Here's Chat GPT, Dennis.
no. It's Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Yeah.
I
Oh,
think if he has no injuries and he's healthy, why not?
I always pronounce his name wrong. I don't know. I call him Jan.
Ian?
Ian.
Jan. Jan.
Jan Valliere. 35.
35?
Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Max.
you're right. 35.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sorry. I gave him
He
a...
just turned 35, November 27th. Yeah,
So he's
That's
in
young.
absolute prime.
Exactly.
yeah.
Absolute prime.
As
Yeah.
long as he's got no injuries, he could come back better than he's ever been.
But
Absolutely.
I thought he had injuries. Didn't he have some issue?
He did have a triceps surgery tear and all that stuff. And it's fixed.
But what about his back? Didn't he have some back issues?
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember. Kind of issue like Big Ramy.
Like
Little
nerve
similar to
issues.
Rami, right? So maybe he got it fixed.
Yeah.
Maybe he fixed it. I mean, for him to come back, that means that he must feel very confident. I mean, he's not a stupid person. He's smart enough to know,
Yeah.
listen, am I good enough? Am I better than I was? Because he needs to be better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
He
can't come
could be
back the
dangerous.
way he was. He needs to be better in order to compete. But I think I heard Ford, and Ford is him and they close, and I think he said Ford believes that he is good enough to make top 10 in the Olympia.
Well,
He was a top 7 guy before, so I mean, top 10, that should be, that should be, I mean, the least thing for him, but
yeah.
he has to also win shows to qualify for the Olympia. So I think that if he comes back, size was never an issue for him.
No, his structure is great. Super
Yeah.
wide.
So what
Yeah.
did we complain about him when we saw Ian Milos? Do you remember?
No,
I
there
think
was
his back.
one time in one show he was soft, and then he got kind of depressed and pulled his social media off because he couldn't handle the comments, right?
Mm.
But he has a hardcore body. Every bodybuilder, we all love him, right?
Mm.
And just he was off, and then he couldn't handle it. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only thing that bothered me with Ian was that he never had the overhead ab and thigh. He always did that side pose, you
Yeah,
know.
if
But hey, if everybody else is doing it, so he can do it too. Fuck it.
it's
Yeah,
allowed,
I think I'd like to see him make a comeback and see what he looks like. Did he even announce a show yet?
I don't think
No.
so. I don't think
Hmm.
so. But it's looking good. Yeah. I put the comment holyfuck.com on his picture. Yeah. Yeah, because he really is.
What picture? What picture?
On Instagram right now, there is like 3, 4 photos back to back, but you can see just relaxed and jacked, full round, hard.
Uh-huh.
You know, one of those
Gym picture or outside the gym?
gym.
Oh, okay. So it's fully pumped.
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, let's see. I hopefully he does it. Maybe he does the Detroit Pro.
That would make sense. Yeah,
Does he look like he's dieting?
yeah.
Oh, so he's lean?
Yeah, you see, maybe he can do the trade pro. I didn't even think about it. That would make perfect sense too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it does.
Oh, did you see Mohammed Foda pictures? I seen yesterday.
You know, I like the guy.
Huh?
I spoke highly of the guy. You guys shut me down a little bit. I still believe that this guy has everything.
Everything crazy,
Yeah,
crazy.
everything. Beautiful lines. I remember when we talked about him, and I said, "Man, that's the fucking best front double biceps in the line, front last plate in the lineup." You guys shut me right down like a
No,
fucking.
he's a different person from behind.
Yeah,
That's the only thing. I think we all agree he's
yeah.
got insane potential.
But he's also,
when he
I think
turns
he's
around, how old is he?
I
25?
don't know.
Yeah, he's quite young. But at Dubai show, they got him a press comparison right next to Becruz from the front, and everything was looking good until he turned around, like Jose.
Yeah.
And that they realized, okay, he's not in the game yet. I
That's
think
how
he's trying to
impressive he
improve.
is
Yeah.
at first glance. You're
Mhm.
like, wow.
Muhammad
And
is
then
32.
Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, so his back might be improved, and he still has 5 fucking perfect years in front of him.
Yeah.
Where he can only get better. And the way with his structure, his shape, I think he's going to be a top 6 athlete in the next 2, 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could be.
He is one of those few that has a combination of everything.
Mm,
Yeah.
Round, really round.
And he can
yeah.
get ripped to pieces. I mean, even this Nick Strength and Power picture that they posted yesterday was like, holy hell. If this is what he looks now, he's in the mix. He's in the mix, man.
Who's that? Nick?
Nick Strength and Power. They have a most muscular shot. He looked full round, lean, thin skin, and striations everywhere. And then there was also the back shot that was way better than what we remember.
So what do you predict? He'll be in the top 4 at the Arnold?
Yeah.
Yeah? That
If
would be a
he,
huge step
Is
up.
he's going to be in the top 4? Is he going to beat Nick and Rafael?
well, it's going to be in a dogfight with them, right? Listen, okay, when somebody is complete, he has a great legs, great arms, right? And symmetrical upper body. Everything flows perfectly. He turns around and he loses. So when he turns around, he's going to lose to Nick. Nick is going to exploit his back for sure.
Hmm.
Okay? Uh, Rafael Brandao has a similar beautiful physique. Rafael doesn't get as ripped as he. Rafael was getting ripped to pieces with the Chris Aceto, but it was on a smaller side.
Who is he with now? Oh, he's with Neil.
Vanilla. Yeah. So when you try to have that happy medium, we all agree that Rafael shouldn't have beat Tony Burton in Brazil, right?
Shouldn't have. No way. Yeah.
Okay. But on the beauty of his physique, they gave it to him. Not at the Arnold Classic with this kind of lineup. I think that
Beauty of his physique. You think that's why they gave it
And
to
his
him?
stature. He's a lot taller than Tonio, taller and wider.
I mean,
Raphael's got to be close to 6 feet
But
tall.
he was not even close to being in shape. It wasn't even close.
No, I agree with you.
If that
You asked-
show would have been on any other bodybuilding stage, he would have not beat him.
I agree. But if you ask why, it's because he's towering. He's tall and wide.
I think Tamer was head judge in this, and I think Tamer made he explained. Didn't he explain why?
I forgot the explanation.
But you remember, right? We had him on.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah.
What
One
was
of
it?
those, one
I
of
don't
those.
remember,
Ah,
but
yeah, I see it. Yeah.
It,
Listen, we all love Rafael Brandao, right? But if you're off, you're off, and when you're off, you
but
should.
funny, I remember what you said last week when I asked you, can Raphael, whatever the question was, and you said to me that you don't think that he looks bigger than he usually is.
Yeah,
And funny thing is, I saw him doing an interview with Jay,
and he said that he's
and
big.
Jay asked him, he said basically, yeah, I know I need more size.
Oh, he did say it? Okay.
Yes, or something similar.
this was
He
recent.
said he knows he's not the biggest guy, but he will be with the best shape and blah 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 and the rundown. But he basically confirmed what you said.
Yeah, but you Dennis say this all the time, more than anybody else. When they start throwing the numbers, I'm 10 pounds heavier than
Yeah,
last year, right? But then you look at the condition, I say, I see what is this 10 pounds. No, that's not good 10 pounds. But
I
if
don't know why
look
I
at
don't know why
the,
these guys don't wake up and say something totally different.
yeah,
Say I'm 5 pounds lighter than I was when you're 10 pounds heavier. Say you're 5 pounds lighter. Get people to say, man, fuck, man, he lost weight. He looks fucking huge.
yeah.
Why would you tell people I'm 10 pounds heavier and then we see only two or maybe one,
Uh,
you know?
Akim Williams, do you see his pictures? That's
No,
yeah, he looks like a monster. He should
But
go.
that's Akim Williams. He's gonna look like a monster every time, every day, every fucking month, you know. But what is he gonna? Felix, you laughing
He,
now, you know.
he needs to be peeled, and
Yeah, he needs to be peeled, and then he's gonna turn around, and then it's over against everybody.
he improved his back somewhat.
I don't know why you're saying that because I know you don't
no,
mean.
I
I know. I don't know why
said
you're
somewhat.
saying
Come
that.
on, guys.
I
no.
listen.
He
I
improved
like.
because he was leaner, and he might maybe posed a little better. But there's nothing to improve if you have
I'm not
lats that are
saying this.
disappearing.
Yeah, and it's not. It's not his fault.
No,
That's an issue that he deals with that there's nothing he can do. I don't think there's anything he can do.
I have a ruthless host.
I don't, I think he's training his back harder than any other body part. I'm 100% convinced he is. But and it's the same with Rami. It's not like he didn't train his back, but it's almost like the more you train it, the more it atrophies.
yeah, that same thing happened to Cutler at the end of his career.
Hmm.
His back started disappearing when, in like '01 to '03, his back was nuts.
Or look at Heater. Same thing.
Yep,
Gone.
yeah.
I mean, gone. Where
Yeah.
you back double biceps, what? The only thing
It's
double
just shoulder
biceps, don't
blades.
call back. Just say
Yeah.
back double. Just say double biceps from the rear, you know?
Yeah, rear double shoulder blade.
And that's not because they're lazy and not training it right.
The real
That's
double
nerve
shoulder
damage.
blade.
Rear double, that's it.
Shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just unfortunately when you get to that point where your body wants to go backwards, this is very hard, man, to stop it from atrophying, or it's even harder to bring it back because I don't think this is even possible.
You've seen Andrew Jack videos,
No.
Yeah.
Which one?
a couple of them in the gym, yeah, training. He was doing the
Is he
track.
still in Dubai or is he in the States?
I don't know.
He's in Tampa. He
Oh,
just
so he's
got to
training with
Tampa.
Kamal. Oh, I know he's
Yeah.
getting it.
Oh man,
I know he's getting it because Kamal is putting him through.
Yeah,
that's
I think this guy's definitely winning the show.
Listen, if he stays with Kamal in the training, I'm not talking about nutrition. I'm talking about just the training, which will make a huge difference for him. It made a difference last year, and I think it's going to prove a point this time. You know,
I agree.
Because I remember talking to Kamal in Dubai, and I told him, I said, if he stays with you, training with you, you know, because then there's no easy way out. Because you know how it is when you train by yourself. You know, one day you feel great, so you do more. The next day you don't feel it all. You know, and here there's no fucking going back.
Yeah.
And he's there early, which tells me that he wants to go through this.
Oh yeah.
You know, not like Rami at the end. You know, he's supposed to come 2 months out, and he came 2 weeks out because he knew what was going to come.
Yeah.
You know, if you take
largest
advantage,
prize money in history.
yeah,
You know, shit.
yeah.
What is
And
it?
to really,
See, 750.
750 first.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah. That would be more than three of us made in our whole career. You know what I mean?
Yeah, shit, way more. Come on now. Shit.
That's wild.
I got two $10,000. Shit, I got 40,000 one time at the Olympia, but hey, we're not even close.
No.
But it's different times, that's why I think I'm happy. I can't wait for the first show to announce $1 million,
So listen, Martin Fitzwater, he beat Andrew before, and
Yeah.
now he beat in the last show he beat Samson. So we can discount him. And apparently he beat
Yeah,
Nick
but
Walker in New York when Nick beat him. Right? So
okay. Well, Nick Walker, okay, I can understand that. But listen, he beat Andrew before the Andrew that we see now.
yeah,
That's a different Andrew.
yeah,
Okay, so it's going to be hard for Martin to beat Andrew
yeah.
unless Andrew is off. If Andrew is not off, I can't see that happening. Um, in the
Already
same,
not tough.
huh?
Andrew is in very good condition. He's not off. Like he's not
Yeah,
picking up the condition. He's already there.
yeah. So I believe this is Andrew's show. I don't even know if we see Hardy on that stage. To be honest, I have a feeling like we might not see him on stage. For whatever reason, I think with the political problems right now, I don't think that it's going to be easy to get this visa. So there's Hardy, there's Martin. I think Nick is going to be more dangerous than people give him credit for.
Yeah.
I have a feeling we're going to see the best Nick because he knows this is his show where he has to. If he fucking flops here, it's over for him.
When they get a visa, is it only good for that one time, or
I
is it?
guess for the way this works with Iran, they just get the visa for that time and then that's it. It's not like Europeans that can go and ask for a visa and they give them a 10-year stamp.
Yeah, I thought Hardy got like a 5-year visa.
That's what I
That's
thought
what I
before.
thought at one point. That's what I thought at one point. But then he has to go to fucking Dubai and train there until he gets approved every time. Anyways, guys, it's time for me to go to bed because I'm tired. I'm way past my time. And
Hey, Dennis,
I'm way past my prime and my time. Yeah.
before you hang up, I saw John Hansen this weekend. He wants to send you one of his books. He just came out with this book.
Bodybuilding history, the
All
70s.
right, John.
Yeah.
What are you doing sending him and not
No,
me?
he'll send you both one.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
would
It's
love to
over
have it.
500 pages.
So
No way.
did he give you one to send to me or he's want to send one to me?
No, he wants to send one to you guys.
Okay, I'm going to send him my address. I want to gonna get home so I have it.
There's unbelievable pictures and stories and pictures never seen. It's pretty awesome. 500 pages of that. He was at Derek Lunsford's gym opening.
How was it?
Dude, it was nuts. It was nuts. I don't know how he got that many people there. It was over 600 people showed up in the gym. There was like a expo outside, all tons of booths.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people. I mean, Jay was there. I mean, Natalia, a lot of people were there.
Yeah, Rolly Winkler was there, Jay.
Yeah.
Flex Lewis, Keon, Sean Clarita.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You don't see that too often, right?
No, not that many.
Is that you see my shirt?
Yeah, beef and legs.
Yeah, it's Natalia.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah. Natalia.
Yeah, I got to see her.
Yeah.
She's so sweet.
Jose is a medium.
Did you ask her what? Did you ask her if she got any connections?
No. It was, believe it or not, he had like a sermon, like a pastor speaking, and it lasted for like 45 minutes. And the guy snapped a baseball bat over his leg. And then a woman pastor came out. She ripped the license plate in half, and then ripped a phone book in half.
Yeah.
It was
That was a pastor.
wild.
What kind of church is he going to?
I don't know, but it was a whole big blessing of the gym, blessing of the people in the
Yeah.
gym.
Yeah,
And
that's
that's
good,
when
though.
I saw Natalia was during that. So I didn't really get a chance to talk to her. She just
By
said
the
hello.
way, did they had a hot dog eating contest?
No, I would have won though.
You didn't see when Derek was trying, and I guess he had like 11 hot dogs, which is respectful.
Who, Derek?
Yeah, like last time, like before the Olympia,
Oh,
you didn't see it? Like,
no.
why would you do that? Yeah, hot dogs out of all things.
Jose,
Well,
you still eat? You still eat a lot?
no, not nearly what I used to.
Yeah.
I just don't have the appetite.
Yeah,
So I'm not training like that.
Milos can still eat though.
no, I lost all my sushi contests last 6 times.
Yeah.
I lost every single one of them, so I'm not competing anymore. All the youngsters like Jean Pradels and the Fusters guy, and I had literally Alex Ristich, my countryman, and not just that they beat me, man. They eat like double what I do. It's like embarrassing.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I beat Nasser somebody 95 at New York, in a sushi eating contest.
How many pieces?
There was I talk about tuna roll, with
The rolls?
yeah, the tuna rolls. So we both had 100, and I finished 110, and I was
You said you had 100 rolls or 100 pieces?
pieces.
Okay.
The bites, yeah.
Because usually one roll is like in either 6 to 8 pieces.
6 or 8, whatever it was. But I keep
Yeah.
eating because I was in a roll. And when I got to 120 and he was minus 20, and I was still keep eating, he realized he's not going to catch me, so he gave up right there.
Huh.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
that's a lot. Yeah.
I would.
All right, guys. I'm out of here because I'm really
Good
tired.
night. Go to
Good to
bed.
see you all next week. Peace out.
All right. See ya.
See you guys.